When addiction takes control, getting help can change everything. Parkwood Behavioral Health System offers compassionate, evidence-based addiction treatment for adults right here in Mississippi. Take the first step today. Visit parkwoodbhs.com. Healing starts here. With limited exceptions, physicians are not employees or agents of this facility.
Buying Dirt is presented by 601 Sports, Bruce Gray Lampro, Casco Cleaning Solutions, Chase Buckles Mortgage Advisor, Culbertson Cattle Company, Culbertson Concrete Pumping Service, Kirk Douglas Heating and Cooling, Levi Patton Farm Bureau, Southern Ag Credit, Southwest Mississippi NDA Branch, Southwest Mississippi Wildlife Expo, and United Country McDaniel Gray Realty.
Buy dirt, find one you can't live without.
What?
Did you recover from that hot day yesterday?
Oh, good grief.
Man.
I think it was hotter down there than it's been around here.
Keith and I spent the whole day yesterday, went down to Forest County, Mississippi, just south of, near Petal. I think it is kind of south of Petal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. On a tract of land we have listed for sale, we met a guy from Orange Beach, Alabama, who drove all the way up and looked at it and looking at it for a duck hunting property. Here it is, midsummer or late summer at this point. We're in August now, but man, it was hot, wasn't it? It was so hot. I took my side by side and we unloaded it, and put those what do you call it, the ramps down.
Yeah.
We came back several hours later. I could not touch those darn. I had to get a pair of gloves out of my toolbox and
wishing we'd had some eggs to fry on.
And it was hot. It was hot. But we had a good time. The old boy seemed to like the place, and we'll see what happens, right? We'll see where it goes.
I'll hope.
Yeah. We're going to talk a little land values this morning, Keith. We're going to do something a little bit different than what we've done before in the past. We're kind of going to break down the different regions of the state of Mississippi. I thought this was interesting. It was an article that we found, and it's actually, this data comes from the USDA, and it's from the year 2025. And the reason why we don't have it, from what I understand, the reason why we don't have it right now is because they haven't updated this for 2026.
Yeah, every year, next year,
right.
26 will be available.
So according to the USDA, this is of course, Mississippi is broken down into, I believe, 7 regions across the state, and it gives us the average price per acre. Now, it gives the average across the board, right, for the whole state, and we know that varies greatly. The price per acre varies greatly. But I think it was interesting how it's all laid out in different regions, and as we describe some of these, you either live in those regions or you're familiar with them, and it all kind of makes sense, right, as we go through them.
Yeah, and as we go through processes of helping people sell or people buying properties,
right,
we see it. We may not know exactly what region we're in, but you can go to different county to county.
Yeah, it can vary.
Neighboring counties can vary a lot.
Oh, it certainly can. And so we just want to preface this by saying these are just ranges in values. It'll be the lowest to the highest, and the average. We have found that every property is unique and different, okay? So your property may be worth more or less than someone else's, depending on location, right? That's the old saying.
Location.
That's right. But there's a lot of factors that come into play that determine the value of a tract of land. So let's just hit the high spots, and we'll go from there. Across the board, farmland acreage, across the board for the whole state of Mississippi, averages about $3,580 an acre on average. Now, again, that's an average across the whole state, and that's a big range, right? But that's the average. Cropland average is a little bit higher at $3,960 per acre. But here's an important note, Keith. These two averages for farmland and cropland, both are under $4,000 an acre, right?
Yeah.
That's 18% below the national average. And we want to bring that out and point that out because a lot of people, you and I in real estate, we hear the comment all the time, land values are just extremely high. Really, for the state of Mississippi, it's about 18% less than the national average. So that's why we've talked about this many times. Investing in property in the state of Mississippi is a pretty good investment, meaning it's affordable compared to other parts of the country, right?
And that's why we have a lot of people coming here looking to buy a property.
That's right.
From South Louisiana, Alabama.
That's right. It is more affordable. It is high. It's relative to what you know and what you grew up knowing. I understand that, but compared to other parts of the country, our prices per acre pretty dadgum affordable compared to other places.
Yeah, it's a lot higher than it was 10 years ago.
That's right. Well, and it's important to note that prices have climbed in the last 5 years straight. And if you think about this report was released 2025, 5 years, that goes back to COVID, 2020, right? So that's when it all started taking off. And land prices have increased, have really climbed every year since then. But they've started to cool down. And they're not necessarily going down in price, just not necessarily going up. In some cases they might, but across the board, it's kind of stabled out a little bit, right? It's kind of cooled off a little bit. So let's just jump into the different regions. The first one that we're all familiar with and love and adore is the Delta. Kind of explain to us what the Delta is, Keith.
Delta is your good flat land, alluvial soil. You can have good soil down to 35 feet, I believe. 30.
Yeah, there are places in the Delta where this article, and I actually researched it this morning to confirm that, there are places where the topsoil can be as much as 35 feet deep in the Delta. Think about that.
Yeah.
In most places, you're lucky to have 12 inches if you have that across our state. It's topsoil.
And I hearken from that area. I was born in Greenville, Mississippi, and I was telling Bruce earlier that where our house was before we moved away from there, I could look across, I don't know, maybe a 60-acre, 100-acre cotton field and see the junior high school that I went to back in there. And that's a pretty good distance looking across there flat. But you could look out there and see kids, the football team practicing. And so it's flat.
Yeah. Cropland range of value is anywhere between $3,000 to $8,000 per acre, and based on what I've seen, that $3,000 is pretty low. I mean, that's a
very
pretty
low for that
very
area.
fair price for the Delta land. But $8,000 is on the high side. But there are some tracts that have sold for that much, if not more, depending on location, right?
Depending on location, and you might have variable factors where it might be good cropland. Talking about your cotton fields and whatever else. But also, there's some good hunting in that area, too.
Absolutely.
You get something that's got a combination of the two, then you're getting up near that range right
That's
there.
right. And according to the USDA, the hunting acreage in the Delta ranges from $1,500 to $3,000 per acre. Now, Keith, I don't know about you, but I don't know if I agree with that number. I don't know of any tract of land in the Delta that you can get for $1,500 per acre.
It's got to be in a swamp somewhere. Probably.
Well, I mean, even then, this probably offers good duck hunting if it's in a slough or swamp. So, I don't know. I just think that's a very, very conservative number.
I kind of wrinkle my brow at that number too.
But the Delta is known, of course, for cotton, rice, catfish, soybeans, and, of course, the legendary Mississippi Flyway, right? I mean, that's what it's known for.
Yeah.
And consists of about 13 counties that's in the Delta. It's a beautiful place. It's different. If you're from the hill country like me, going to the Delta was a little bit of a shock because it was all so flat and it just lack of topography, But such a unique place. And just a great place to visit and live if you choose to do so.
I remember years ago after we moved away, I went back up and there was the Mississippi River was flooding. I was headed up to Greenville and driving up Highway 1 going north. Water had gotten up in on both sides of the highway, and it looked like you were driving across a bridge. Mm-hmm. You look way out there and see the tops of some houses and trees, but it was just flat water like you're driving across a bay or a Lake Pontchartrain or something.
That's
out
right.
there.
The next region is the hill country. It's rolling hardwood hills and the highest ground in the state, Keith. That's the highest elevation in the hill country. Strongest whitetail hunting in Mississippi. You think of the Delta being pretty strong, and it is. I mean, it's great hunting. It produces some of the biggest deer anywhere in the country. But actually, the hill country provides quality deer hunting, very strong deer hunting.
And where is this hill country?
Hill country's in North Mississippi, primarily. It covers roughly, 22 counties. It's a pretty big area. Fastest growing area, especially near DeSoto County. A lot of people, work in Memphis and they choose to commute and So that area around DeSoto County has grown tremendously. If you've been up there in recent years, you know that. So, and because of that, land values range pretty good, anywhere between $2,500 an acre up to $15,000 per acre.
Would your homestead, where you're from, wouldn't it range in that?
Right, it's in the hill country.
Hill country.
Yeah, I grew up near Panola County, Lafayette County. I grew up right at the corner of Panola, Lafayette, Yellowbush County. All that's in the hill country.
It's a beautiful country up there.
Yeah, it's pretty. Land values range from $2,500 to $15,000. It's best known for deer hunting, for timber, and for lake access because if you're familiar with that area, you know Sardis, Enid, or Grenada are right there in your backyard. I mean, it's all within a 40-minute drive of each other. It's pretty nice.
I've never wet a hook in any of them. So if anybody's got a place up there and would like to take me fishing.
The next region is the Golden Triangle. We're all familiar with that. It's actually in the Black Belt Prairie region, Keith. When I think of Black Belt, I think of Alabama, but actually the Golden Triangle is part of that Black Belt region. It has rich, dark, alkaline soils, and it's great for cattle and hay. Best use is for cattle and cow-calf operations. And if you think about it, my daddy was a dairy farmer, and he used to do business with farmers in that area of the state. Go up there and buy a bull or, sell cows and go up there and buy a herd of cows and bring them back. So, yeah, it's real popular. Of course, it's anchored by Starkville. The land values there, because of that, range pretty good. College Town, right? And they're all in that area. Starts out at about $3,500 an acre, can go as much as $10,000 per acre. And that's probably true for around Oxford as well, I'm sure. Anytime you're around a major university, the land values are going to go up.
What they say in the SEC.
Yeah, that's right.
Just means more.
Just means more
money.
The Capital Region, that's in the Jackson metro area. By the way, this is the most expensive land in the state. Of course, it encompasses Madison and Rankin County school districts. It's right there at UMMC, Medical Hub, and, of course, Ross Barnett Reservoir. All of that are strong features, right? A lot of people relocate from other parts of the state to that area because they want to be close to quality medical access and recreational access concerning Ross Barnett. And the land values reflect. It starts out at about $4,000 per acre and can be as much as $25,000. That's a lot. But I tell you what, it's a popular area of the state, and it's by far the most expensive, in my opinion.
I guarantee you start looking at land around that reservoir, you're going to be up in that $25,000 an acre.
The Natchez Bluffs, we're all familiar with that. It's the lowest bluffs along the Mississippi River. Natchez is known for its Alabama history, and it's the start of the Natchez Trace, of course. It's also encompasses especially between Brookhaven and Natchez, is the Homochitto National Forest, 191 plus 1,000 acres, Keith. That's a lot of land that's available.
And we get a lot of people come here looking for land near the forest.
Yeah, a lot of people either want to join it or be close to it. That's right. It's the Natchez Bluffs is best known for hunting, of course, history, a slower pace of life, and it's also unique for off-grid properties. That's a growing trend these days. A lot of people want to live off-grid. They don't necessarily need power or water. I don't know why, but some people kind of want to do that.
I like my power. You know why? Because this time of the year, it feeds air conditioning.
Which, in my opinion, is valuable for sure. Land values is actually the most affordable part in our state. And again, we talked about this before. We complain a lot about how much land values are in our area here in Southwest Mississippi, and the Natchez Bluffs would include Southwest Mississippi for the most part.
Brookhaven area.
The land values can range from $2,000 an acre up to $6,000 per acre, which again, $6,000 is a lot, but compared to other parts of the state, it's really not that bad. It's really not. It's the most affordable part of the state, and it consists of about 8 counties in the Natchez Bluffs region. The next one is where we spent time yesterday, the Pine Belt region. Of course, the Pine Belt is known for longleaf and loblolly pine country. It's anchored by Hattiesburg and Laurel and Camp Shelby. Best known for timber investment, recreation, and hunting, and it consists of about 15 counties. And tell us what the land values are for that, roughly, Keith.
$2,500 up to $8,000 an acre.
Yeah. And the one we showed yesterday, it's 196 acres. We have it listed for $23.50. Is that right? $23.50 an acre.
$23.50.
So
yeah.
that it's actually a little bit less than the range. So if you're in the market for a piece of property in that area, we've got a good one over there.
Good duck hunting area. Yeah. It's just off of Leaf River there, and
right.
Get ready to come shoot them.
There you go. And the last region is the Gulf Coast region. I did not know this, Keith. I thought it was more, but it's actually 62 miles of coast. I don't know why I was thinking it'd be more than that.
Sometime driving down Highway 90, it drives like 100 miles.
Well, it's that's true, or more. Feels like that or more. But it's actually only 62 miles of coastlines. But that's good. That's good. So, of course, the Gulf Coast region is known for casinos and the Barrier Islands and Ingalls Shipyard, which is probably the biggest employer across the state. I'm not sure, but it's a great facility down there. And of course, the Gulf Coast region offers year-round growing season. Stays warm there a lot. You can grow a garden or flowers pretty much year-round down there. But you have a lot of hurricane exposure. That's the plus and minus, right? Great warm weather, but hurricane may roll in every now and then.
Have your go packs ready and get ready to head north.
The Gulf Coast region is best known, of course, for its beaches and coastal and shipyard jobs and military families. That's one thing we don't think about so much, Keith, but a lot of military families down there. Yeah. It's anchored by Gulfport and Biloxi, consists of about 6 counties down there.
Don't make Pascagoula mad.
That's right. But here's an important note. The average or the range of value per acre starts out at about $2,500, can be as much as $40,000 per acre right there on the coast, and that's obvious. Right there on the water, it can be very expensive.
Start getting water access,
right? But this is the important note. You go about 15 miles north, inland, and that range of value starts out at about $2,500 an acre up to about $5,000 an acre. And I think you have a client who's looking for something.
I've got a man out of Illinois that's he's called me. He's looking for something just between Hattiesburg and the coast. He said, I don't want to live on the coast because of hurricane. I found him a great place. Nice little remodeled house, newly remodeled, and it was on a creek. And I sent it to him. Said, yeah, he's going to buy this. He said, I don't want that. I don't want anything on water. Y'all got mosquitoes.
Well, there's mosquitoes everywhere.
Yeah, you're going to have trouble with that anywhere, buddy. But
that's so true. So if you're listening today and you're in the market of selling your property and you want to know what the value is worth, give our company a call, 601-835-2000, and we'll be glad to help give you an estimated value. Keep in mind, these are just, like we said earlier, these are just ranges of value. Every property is unique, but we can come out and compare it to others.
It's going to depend on where you are or what kind of property you've got.
That's right.
But we can help you find that price to sell it.
And we can help you determine the highest and best use for that particular property. Like the one we showed is duck hunting. Another property may be timber value, timber investment. It could be farmland. It could be a number of things, right? More than just one type of property. So anyway, if you're in the market of selling, give us a call. Thank you, Keith.
Thank you.
Stay cool. We'll see you next week.
Fat chance.